Okay, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? This your Star Action News reporter, your hood reaction guru, LC1, your movie review critic, back with part two. Okay, with this movie note. Now, where we left off at, man, we was talking about, uh, the scene when Daniel Kalula went to a video shoot, and there was a woman named Dolly Parton, kind of looking like her. Okay, she was at the shoot, and I guess they were supposed to be doing some type of commercial, and uh, I don't know what the commercial was really about, or if it was like an infomercial or something. But they pretty much Daniel Kalula was promoting himself as an angler, a horse angler. Okay, and his sister was supposed to have been there on the shoot, which is Keke Palmer, but she didn't arrive on time. So uh, Daniel Kalula, he's tried to, start lead off the video shoot, and the directors were saying they couldn't hear him. He was speaking loud and clear, and it's like they was speaking. Um, how can I put it? Harshly at him, and you know he was kind of still kind of bothered and stuff because I guess what happened with his father and all this and that. Okay, uh, and one of the ads had mentioned to the director that his father had passed 6 months ago, so he had to deal with Junior. Okay, so he really wasn't the person to be doing the infomercial. It was for his father pretty much was the person that do the infomercials. I could see that because he didn't speak really that much in a movie like that. Now, Kiki Palmer showed up on a set and she took over what he was trying to say. And she was articulate, she was speaking real loud and clear, and she gave a little background on how horse angling began, and I guess, and the history of horseback riding or something like that. But she mentioned there was a black, well, in cinematography, she mentioned there was a black person that was the first person that was on in a like a movie or a short clip, riding a horse or doing something, references to the horse, and she was like, believe me, look it up, and she touched on that too, like like it was like a slavery type of narrative, and she, that's what she was saying, you know. Um, so then it went from that point because she left all of them at they was like, wow, mind you, the whole set was, Caucasian. But anyway, it went from that to, okay, now they going, uh, I guess somewhere to auction or something like that. It was like a, I guess you could say it was like a carnival type of place they went to, which was the place where the other co-actor, I forget his name, but he's an Asian guy. He was the one that was in the first part of the movie, uh, the first scene of the movie when he was a little boy, and the monkey, the chimpanzee, went crazy and was beating on a woman or eating on her or something. And I guess that was all due to that creature, because every time the creature came around, it just took the energy, from it drew the energy uh, from whatever source was giving you power or whatever. It just drew the energy, and everything went dead. Okay, and the animals start acting sporadic and stuff, and I guess that's what happened with the monkey, because you know when that thing came around, he started acting crazy. But then to know that was like 20 years before this incident. Okay, because now the little boy that was in that, he was like doing like a little pilot TV show, and not one a pilot, it was actually a TV show, and it was all centered around the chimpanzee, and um, the little boy grew up, because he witnessed the whole set getting mauled by this monkey. Okay, but anyway, I guess that's where they was at, because I guess they was trying to do business with with him, because I guess he had a ranch too out there. This is in California now. Well, now I know where the setting is at, and he's got like a theme little park. That's what he created, like a little carnival park or something like that. And people come as an attraction type of site. But anyway, Daniel Kaluuya was telling his sister, because his sister, she was on some other stuff. Now I don't know if she was a prostitute or something, because I know my brother told me that Keke Palmer did a movie called Pimp. Okay, and it's on YouTube. You can buy it. I'm gonna buy the movie tonight. I'm gonna watch it for $10. It's called Pimp. It's on YouTube, and Keke Palmer is acting as a pimp. She pimping guys and females in this movie. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but it seemed like that was the last character she did really, because we ain't seen Keke Palmer since the movie with Ice Cube really, and there's a couple more movies and some TV shows and all that. But anyway, but this was like 2016, 17, 18. She did that movie. 2018, I think 19. But anyway, now I guess she was, like a lesbian or something. I don't know, because she was making passes at females and stuff and all this and that type of stuff. But her brother was like, nah, I know you here for other reasons, but you need to be on this business. We taking care of this valley business right now, because his father, left them with that ranch, and they got horses and stuff and wild stock and all that on their property. But they primarily deal with horses, because they horse anglers. So he went to that man's office to try to do business with him, okay, to sell some of the horses. Okay, now after all that happened, they go back. Keke Palmer went to go home. He was like, I got to take care of business and stuff, so I got mouths to feed. That was the horses he was talking about. And, they got to like a little argument, but they was smoking some weed and chilling. And she decided to stay, help out with the business and stuff. So this is where all the occurrences come with this creature. So they saying one night he was out doing something with one of the horses, and the creature disappeared and stuff, and some crazy stuff that started happening. Once again, the creature drew the energy away from whatever the source was giving it to, whatever. And I got to get up out of here. And that's where it all kicked off at now. The creature, I think it sucked up one of the horses, and he tried to go rescue the horse. He was but the horse had galloped off. His name Lucky or something. He tried to go get the horse. Okay, he chased it down, and he went to the ranch, and he seen what was going on. That the guy was over there doing like a little, I guess, a show. The Asian guy was doing a show. You could hear him over the PA and stuff. It wasn't that far away from his ranch. And, he was talking about it. Then he was talking about how this UFO saucer came and showed itself. And it happened while he was there. And he seen it, and the saucer chased him back. And Keke Palmer said she was scared to death. She was ready to go. He was like, no, I'm staying. So they went, and she convinced him that maybe we should get this on video. Okay, because we get this on video, then we can make millions of dollars off of it. So they went to a local electronics store, and they had this guy come out, and he wired up the whole place. They had all type of CCTV cameras and stuff on the roof and everywhere. They had a control room with monitors. It was real, okay? And they did all that, man. And I'm going to get to the end of this, man, real quick. But anyway, that thing was an animal. That's what this is all about. People think it was a UFO, but it was an animal, okay? And that thing was eating people, man. And at the end of the movie, it evolved, but it was able to be killed. And Keke Palmer ended up killing it by letting one of these blow up balloon dials, big gigantic sized dials, because it didn't like those things. Okay, it didn't like those balloons and stuff like that. It liked to attack it. Okay, she let that thing go in the air, and she wanted to get a picture of it because they couldn't get no video of it. They had a real real videographer come out and film it, and he got sucked up in the ship. The creature got ate too. But if y'all want to see this movie, go check it out, man. It's interesting. Maybe a part two, okay? Because I'm pretty sure there probably was more than just one of those. Okay, but it should start asking the report who reaction Google LC1 for the final part two to this movie. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, my y'all. Nope.